Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Imperfect Action Show. On this series, what do? We talk to entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, experts, right? So they can share wins with you and share information relative to marketing and business, right? Principles, strategies, lessons, how we can get you to a bag closer. And this is episode 55. And on today's episode, I got my guy, Mike Bugsby. He's going to be teaching you all about the art of high ticket selling and why you should be high ticket selling. So before we get into everything, I'm gonna do a couple things real quick. So number one, Mike, I want you to tell them a little bit about you. I'm gonna send a text message out to the community, and then I'm also gonna go live on a story real quick. I'm gonna throw the link in the story so people can get in the room. I do not want them to miss this information.
Yes,
so
sir.
why don't you do that real quick, and I'll take care of this on my end.
Absolutely, guys. Remember, man, information changes situations. You're only one piece of info away from going 180 from where you're at now. But quick background. So, guys, my name is Mike. I'm no different than you guys. I'm from Maryland. I grew up in the suburbs. Mom and dad worked stable jobs, calls a middle-class family. And growing up as a kid, my parents never really talked about money whatsoever. It was always like, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. But unfortunately, I had to learn that in order to make money, you got to talk about it. So from having no type of conversation about money in my family, I went into 30K of credit card debt, which I don't wish on anybody, but it was so bad. I lost nights sleeping. I was stressed. I had anxiety. But because I didn't know how to make money, I had a traditional background, go to school, get a job, 40K a year, the 40-40-40 plan. But for me, it kind of basically came to the point where enough was enough. I was sick and tired of being in so much debt and not having fun. So that's when I found a mentor, me and Brennan's mentor, Nehemiah Davis. And that's when he kind of turned on a light bulb for me and basically said, Mike, you don't have a spending problem. You have an income problem. And when he told me that, that's when the light clicked for me. And I thought about it, because you can only budget but so much a month, but your income is unlimited. So that's when I found high ticket closing. I paid my 30K debt off in about 4 months. And now I've helped other people make 15, 20 bands in a single month from literally talking on the phone, using high ticket sales to increase your income to unlimited. I think the mic might be on me, Brennan.
So let's talk about that real quick. I think it's remarkable that you were able to pay off that 30K debt in a 4-month period, but there was a mindset shift for you, right? Mm-hmm. There was a mindset shift that, like you said, Nehemiah helped you see, and actually, maybe you heard the information before, maybe you saw it before, but maybe he just allowed you to process it a little different.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed is like, yeah, we're like, yo, how am I gonna get 30K? But a lot of people don't think about, well, if what you were selling was a little bit higher price point, you don't really even need that many people. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at it like that, it seems realistic. So if you have a 5K product, that's 6 people. If you got a 10K product, that's 3 people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how were you able to get those first, like how were you able to get the first sales, and what were you selling at that time?
So back then, I was selling, my mentor had a program called Event Spaces, and it was only $1,000. And I remember Brennan getting so many objections to that. Oh my God, it's too expensive. I don't have the money, all those things. So for your audience, whether it's 1,000, 5K, 10K, or 20K, what you guys have to remember is that if the value exceeds the price doesn't matter. And back then, I was so concerned about 1,000. Can they afford that? Can they make that money back? But now I realize that if you invest $1,000 into that program, you learn how to make 20 bands per month. Who got the short end of the stick? The mentor or you guys? Or the
100%. I say that all the time, bro. It's crazy.
It's a mindset shift, bro. Only $1,000 and you help them make 20 bands? Like, come on, it don't make sense.
So, the thing about it is this, right? So I'm listening to what you're saying, and one of the things that really stuck out to me is like when you started to have that product for 1,000 or whatever case may be, you thought to yourself like, is it too expensive?
Yeah.
First, so that created that initial resistance as to why somebody wouldn't buy it, because you didn't believe that they would buy it.
Correct.
So if you
Correct.
didn't believe that they would buy it, they ain't gonna buy it because you ain't even showing them confidently to show them that this could really get them to a result that they need.
Exactly, man.
So really,
And
when you like charge more, you really helping yourself too.
because what they say, right? When you pay attention. And I'll tell a fast story about that, Brandon. So I started my own mentorship about 4 months ago, and this can help everybody here. 'Cause I charged my first client, and this is embarrassing to say, I charged them 247.
Bro, I did too. I'm 300, and I have 5 of them.
Yeah.
And I was listen, $300. I had 5 of them at the time, and they got 15 sessions in a month.
Mm.
I was going crazy.
That's a 90% discount. That's a steal of all steals,
I
right?
was going crazy, man.
But you're actually, if you think about it, like you're doing them a disservice because it's funny. I had my first call to do 2 weeks ago, and he actually came on the call a little tipsy.
Mm.
He put the phone up and he's at a pool party in Vegas. He literally stepped out the pool party to hop on our coaching call. And the other 4 guys who I charged 5K because I upped the prices like a week later, they were locked in, taking notes, ready to go. But because he didn't pay that much money, the value was like, it's 250, whatever. And it showed by him literally coming to that call a little tipsy. I'm like, wow. So I'm doing him a disservice by not charging more.
So talk about that a little bit, because I don't know if people really got that. I think that might have went over ahead. So you charge somebody 1,000. They came to the call not as their best self.
Nope.
You immediately change the price after that. You have some other people the next week. You charge them 5K. You charge them more, and they showed up with notebooks with the time allotted, ready to go. So when you say that when you charge more, people pay attention. Why is the benefit of you actually charging more? Like, how does that translate?
You got to think of it like you're a premium product. Like you're a Gucci, a Louis, a Prada. I mean, let's be real. When we get nice stuff, we take care of it. You get a nice car, a Ferrari, whatever it may be. You cleaning that car every day, you vacuuming it, you trying to make sure it looks clean. It's in the garage, it's cool. But when you're younger, 16, 18, you get the Honda Civic, and it's like, it's your beat-up car, right?
Yeah.
You probably didn't pay for it. Your parents did, so there's no value to you. But that's the mindset for all coaches. It's when people pay for stuff, they take care of it, they value it. There's so much free stuff online, Brennan, so many books, so many YouTube courses, everything for free. But if all we needed was information, we all be rich. But the problem is people don't apply the information. So that 5K ticket could be the difference maker for your client to take this seriously so you can transform their life.
Bro, that was heavy, man. That might, bro. You gotta say that.
That
again.
was not crazy.
Look, you gotta say that again, bro. That could be the differential maker. Say that one more time, bro.
Hey, it's the truth though, right? Like they're coming to you because they want their life transformed today. You're doing them a disservice by not charging them more because before they haven't paid anything. But now the fact they're paying more, this could be the thing they never had before. And like how we said, in order to get things you never had, you gotta do things you've never done. That 5K could be like, I've never done this. Shit, let me try this. And now different result because they paid more.
So we got a question for one of the communities. This one's coming for Al. He talks about, can you touch on being afraid of your value due to having a scarcity mindset? How do you start to make that shift? How do you get around that block?
Scarcity mindset. How though? Like a scarcity mindset for like leads or money or like for your value of the product. What do you mean?
Yeah, he was saying afraid. I guess he's saying being afraid of your personal value. Being due to have a scarcity mindset, which would prevent you from charging more or, yeah, like that. I think that's what he's getting at. And Al, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I feel like that's what you're saying.
Got it. I want to make sure I fully comprehend the question because here's the thing, though, Al. If you got people results from your program, the value's there. If whoever you're coaching, and maybe you need to start doing free coaching, however it looks, if someone's made 500, 1,000, $2,000 from what you taught them, then you charging that same amount makes sense. But that just all comes down to you actually delivering on your coaching and actually giving the results. Now, if you haven't gotten the results, then that's when you need to take a step back, get the results yourself first, and then I'll give you the confidence. Like Brennan's crushing it. He's making 15, 20, 50 bands a month. So he feels confident letting people know I can help you do this because I've done this.
Yo, I actually feel like they robbing me, bro. Because, and the reason why I say this, and Mike said this earlier, but the reason why I say this is, think about this. Not only are you charging somebody, right? But when you charge them more, a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
You charge them more, you help them with a fear that they have, right? Which removes a block.
Mm-hmm.
Then by you charging more, they can charge more. That removes another block. If they actually follow through and do the stuff that you're teaching them, they're gonna make money, or they're gonna get the payoff that they want, which is the third benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And now they stay with the information that you taught them, which they can continue to get multiple payoffs. And if the payoff is money, they can continue to make more and more money a month. That's the fourth payoff. And these are just, and literally, like, we're talking about this. I'm processing it in real time. And some of these things I know, but I never put it together the way that I'm explaining it. I think they really get these four payoffs in the beginning. Like, this is not, like, if they stay with you for 4 months or 6 months or 8 weeks, whatever, they're gonna get more things.
Absolutely.
But I think the first four things that we just touched on, I think those like happen immediately. Like, you save somebody's life when you remove a blind spot or a block that they've been holding on to for years or a couple of months, whatever the case may be. And that might be with investing in themselves.
1,000%.
Or that they can charge more, bro. That's crazy right there.
1,000%, bro. And like how you said earlier, it's only 10 people to pay you 10K. And I don't know about you. I'm trying to make money fast.
Yes.
I ain't trying to make money the slow way. And
No.
yeah, for sure, right? Whoever mentioned the question, you could charge $50 for your service, but how many people do you need to sell your offer to for $50 to make 10,000? What, 200 people? That's a lot. Or 10 people for 10K, pay you 100 grand. Bam, they get results. You make more money faster, and everybody wins. You guys see it as a mutual winning benefits.
So let's talk about the people pay attention situation, right? And the reason why I want to kind of touch on this a little bit more is because I threw a free pop-up webinar last Sunday, right? I didn't even offer a VIP for this one because I wanted to do it specifically for those that may wanted to come into the challenge. And a lot of people did move over from that free webinar to the challenge because I over-deliver on the value. But what I realized is that a lot of the information that I gave on a free webinar literally could have made somebody a lot of money. And I talked to about 3 of them. I talked to 3 of them since. And none of them did anything. They didn't move on none of the information.
Yeah,
one person told me, they was like, yo, I'm about to do the whole thing. I'm like, bro, what do you mean you about to do the whole thing? I literally just showed you how to pre-sell it so you can make the money right now. Why are you going to waste 30, 60, 90 days to do the whole thing when you can make the money right now? I don't understand. So why when you charge, people feel more invested?
I mean, let's think about that. When you charge people, they feel more invested. It's for a couple of reasons. And my biggest thing, Brandon, is like, how can I get someone a win today? Like, how can I get you a win quickly where you could potentially make your money back in 24 hours? And that's a bold claim for a lot of people. But let's think about that. For the people that you mentioned, what was their real challenge? And for example, if someone's challenge is funding, maybe it's getting like capital, we always say, let's apply for these 3 cars today. Let's get you $10,000 in credit cards today. Then you use that 10K to, find your space, get this, get that. But I feel like when people can do something in 30 minutes to get them the quick result, that's when they can kind of see the benefit of, wow, I just won that quickly. I just paid my investment. I'm about to literally keep running the plays and get my money right back. And that's how I think for anyone who has like mindset issues on charging more, write down 3 things that you can give your client today for them to potentially run a play to get that investment right back.
That's crazy. What 3 things? I'm gonna put it right here in the chat. What 3 things can you do for your client? Hold on. I'll write it right here.
You about to get saucy, man. Let's go.
A win today.
Let's do something today. I'll give you one more example real fast if I can, because I do real estate. I do like real estate mentoring too. I close deals for real estate investors. And for real estate, let's say someone has issues finding a property, which is the biggest thing. Well, great. Today, we're going to teach you how to use the ARV calculator. So the next hour, you can find 10, 15 deals. You call up the seller, the wholesaler, the real estate agent, bam, you make an offer potentially that next day. You get the keys in a week potentially. Like it's that simple, but they need to know actions today that they can make a difference.
100%. Let me set the room real quick. I want to set the episode. So, Imperfect Action, episode 55. We're on with my guy, Mike Busby. We're talking about high ticket sales and why you should be charging a premium and why charging a premium actually does well for your client and actually well for you and how it's mutually beneficial. So, if you charge more, not only do you help the client, but if there's additional resources or materials or assistance or admin or software that you need to actually ensure that they get the payoff, there's enough ROI packed into the premium price. If you need to then invest some of the money that you just got, you can make sure that they get the result that you're promising. You can't do that if you're charging $97 or $297 or $497 or even $997, depending on what the promise is, depending on what the payoff is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
So really digging into this. When did you start feeling your groove about it, right? Because there's another component that I feel like some people they get kind of nervous about, and that is selling the high ticket, right? Do I need to be on the phone? Is there a certain cadence? Is there a script, right?
Yeah.
Will they just click the link in my bio and spend $5K? Will they just click the link in my bio and spend $10K? What if I'm on the phone with them and they don't take it? Like, should I keep getting on the phone with other people and like the nose hurt? Like, so what's the real strategy, man?
I got you, man. So okay, so first off, when it comes to the strategy, no one's gonna pay at this point 5K, 10K, 20K off a straight click funnel or a website. If it was, I'd be out of a job. But for most people, you gotta actually have that human conversation before you invest. Just like buying a car, it's $30,000, $50,000, $60,000. You want that human interaction. So for everyone listening, you need to get that out your mind off the rip, is that in order for you to close high ticket, in person or face-to-face is the number one thing. Whether it's a masterclass, a webinar, or over the phone, you got to talk to them directly. Okay. And then when it comes to how you can serve them, because people feel scared, like they're nervous. Oh my God, it's $5,000. I get it. The best thing you guys can do is take this mindset of you're there to help them solve a problem. Just like how a doctor, you come into the doctor's office, they ask you a load of questions, right? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Are you sexually active? Stuff like that. But they're asking questions to diagnose a problem. And if you take that mindset of you're literally on the phone to see if that person has a problem you can solve, maybe they do, maybe they don't. That's the best thing you could do. And then once you kind of get good at this, you realize that if I don't help this person, they stay where they're currently at. So your job as a closer, as a business owner, it goes up a notch because you're transforming someone's life today. And if you don't do your job, then they don't get their lives transformed. Their family doesn't go on the vacations. They're not breaking generational curses. Your job is so important, but think about what I just said, though. Did I say anything about making money, though? Like closing a deal, the 10K, the 5K?
About making some cash.
Nothing. Who cares about how much money we make, though? If you just take the mindset of I'm 1000% here to change this person's life today on this call, you're going to close so many deals because you're coming from a genuine perspective of like, I want to help you. I want to help you get this money. I want to help you change your life, spend more time with your daughter, go to those basketball games you've been missing out on, fire your boss. I solely want to help you do just that. Then it's going to come from a natural place. And of course, there's a script you can follow, but it's more just the genuine intention is all people need.
So what questions you guys have for Mike about high ticket selling? Are you currently selling a high ticket product? Are you considering selling a high ticket product? Have you thought about selling a high ticket product? You just have not set it up because you were fearful about X, Y, Z, right? Drop your questions in the chat. We got Mike, high ticket sales expert, on the call right now, right? Live on the show. And he can literally dispel some of these myths and bust them so he can put you in a position to make more money per month. So I know this kind of like a little I don't want to say misconception, but like when it comes to the idea of high ticket sales, like what's the price point of a high ticket product? Like some people I've heard anything over 3K, anything over 5K, anything over 10K. What do you think is like the minimum amount, the entry level starting point of a high ticket product that would require somebody to be on the phone or in person to close that sale? Like what is that number that is just too high for most people to click and purchase online? Like
Five
where's the cutoff at?
straight up 5,000
5,000.
off rip. If you want to get feisty with it, $4,997.
Yeah, that's all.
If you want to do a little marketing play on it. But that's
Yep.
the thing. At the end of the day, 4K, 3K, you could do it as like a beta program, as a test group, but just do yourself a favor. 10 people, 5K, you make 50 grand a week. So I would say for every coach on this live right here, 5K is the minimum for your high ticket, nothing less. Because this is a good point for everybody. You can do payment plans from
Yes.
there. So let's say they don't have 5K. Cool, whatever. We can do 2 payments of 3K.
Yep.
And that'll be 6K total in the back end. So you will charge interest. But if you're doing 3K, they got to break it down to 1,000. You're not making no money then. But $2,500, sure. 2 payments is what it is. And I feel that's the lowest. And Brent, it could go as high as 55,000. Myron Golden, you saw at the conference.
155.
Myron got $1 million offer.
Yeah. I think I just heard, and you could correct me if I'm wrong on this, but obviously Myron got the $1 million offer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I saw something when Neil was talking about he got a $500,000 offer, or he's about to come out with a $500,000 offer.
We're working on it.
You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about our coach mentor Nehemiah Davis. But the thing about it is, so we was at the mastermind recently, and one of the things, I'm a Virgo. I don't know if that has anything to do with me being analytical, but my friends that follow the stars and follow astrology, they be like, "Yo, you're Virgo." I'm like, I guess so, right? So the reason why I bring this point up is because when I go to situations, I don't necessarily pay attention to everything that's going on. Like I process it, but I'm also looking at the setup. I'm looking at the logistics. I'm looking like, who's the people, right? How many people did it take to put this production on? What are the equipment? Like, what's the space? Like that's all I'm processing. I said that to say this, and actually Mike corrected me when we talked about this. It was last week, but in the in the days of the mastermind, when Neil was pitching, it was like 500 people in the room, something like that, plus or minus, right? There was like 70 people, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, that may have joined the inner circle that weekend.
74, yep.
74 people. So let's just do the math, people. I'm gonna do it in real time because I want y'all to see these numbers.
Let's
So
do
look, all right. So about 500 people showed up. Of that 500 people, 77 people converted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so what's that conversion percentage, real quick?
Like
So
7%.
Okay, 7%.
Not even that many people. Yeah.
All right. So oh yeah, you're right. So 7% converted. I'm gonna show, listen, guys. Look, this is gonna be crazy. 7%, which is actually lower than the standard or usual 10%, which we assume is going to close when you get to like
14.
14%. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, so he's about there. So you can assume if you got 10 people in a room, you can close 1. You got 20, you can close 2. You got 200, you can close 20. You got 100, you can close 10. Right? Let's just use the 10% rule. So Neil closed at a 12% conversion rate. 500 people, 77 actually closed. His offer was 55,000. So let's do the math. Y'all. 55,000 times 77.
Yeah.
4.235. And the thing is, I'm sitting in the audience, right? And this is high level selling for the stage, y'all. I'm sitting in the audience and I'm just watching the amount of people going up on day 1. Then I'm watching the amount of people go up on day 2. Then I say to myself, yo, that's easily 3-4 million right there. I'm like, I didn't even do the numbers. Yet.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, that's easy like 3 or 4 million right there. Mm-hmm. So in a weekend, right, our coach, our mentor, brought in $4.2 million on one product. We're not talking about ticket sales. We're not talking about merch. We're
Yeah,
not talking about. We're
3 days,
not.
man. 3 days.
We're not talking about none of that.
Could I add this real fast to help the
Please
audience
do.
though?
Please do.
So obviously 55K is a big investment, but here's the thing, guys. There are people in his program who pay that back in 2, 3 weeks, just like that. So for help everyone out, then people can get too focused on the value
On
or
the number and the value, yeah.
but focus more on the value you can give that person. 55K isn't that much money if you're making 55 grand a month. If you can literally pick up one piece of information that can make you 5, 10, 20 grand, you're there. For example, there's a guy in our program named Ben Avocado. He joined that program about 2 weeks ago. He ran the play that I'll tell you guys. He literally hopped on a sales call. He closed his first client for 5K. That same day, we hopped on the call. The next day, he closed him up for 10,000. He made 15 grand in 48
2 days.
hours
2 days.
just from information. So he is going to pay off that investment within the next 30 days. So for everyone creating offers, that's the key. How can I get their investment back fast? How can I get them that 5K back today, tomorrow?
Yep.
You could charge whatever you want, really, because the value exceeds the price.
So I got this formula. I got this success formula. I've been kind of like playing around with it. It's like my E. It's like my E equals MC squared situation, right?
Oh, let's get
So
it.
I call it. So I call it C plus D equals S.
C plus
Right.
D equals F. I need to write this down myself.
C plus D equals S.
Okay.
Right. So what is that? We're talking about consistency plus discipline equals success. So why am I talking about this, guys? Because look, we're talking about Mike used Ben as an example. So Ben took some information, he applied the information, it worked. All right. So if he's applying the C plus D equals S, he's going to be consistently doing the same thing, discipline to make sure that he's doing the same activities, and that's going to continue to equal another 5K, another 10K, the 15, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you guys are doing, wherever you are, use this formula to get more results, and think about what you're currently offering. Could you offer a higher price ticket version of what you're currently offering? You're not doing nothing else but offering a little bit more, right? Maybe you're presenting the same payoff over a course of time, and you're packing in some additional value that you may or may not even have to actually be present for. Because if it's digital, or you're going to bring in another coach, or bring in some software, or you're going to add some bonuses in there, and you're just presenting it.
It's easy, man. And here's a play that they can run too, Brennan. Let's when you're pitching, right? When you guys go through the questions, the challenges, you guys could all run this play and make a bag tomorrow. So when you're giving the pitch, I love to do number breakdowns. And I know, Brendan, you love numbers as well behind you. So let's say for like, I don't know, real estate, right? You join the program. Let's say we get you one triplex. That triplex cash flows you $500 per door. That's $1,500 right there. You just made passively. And this is how you break it down to your clients. Over the next 12 months, that's going to be $18,000 you just made. Did you have to lift a finger? Did you have to keep going to work? No, it was passive. Now, let me ask you, will you stop at just one property? You'll want more. Exactly. So for you to reach your goal, you only need 10 properties right there. And that'll pay you 60 grand passively for you to quit your job. So they see the number breakdown, they see how it's real. Now, when you get to the pitch, in my offer, guys, it's only 5K, keyword, only 5K. You ask them this question. You go back to the screen and show them. So how many deals or how much do you need to close in order for you to get that investment right back? And they see it right there. It's like, damn, I only need 2 properties. I only need 1 property, and within 4 months it's paid back. And for the rest of my life, it's cash flowing. And I literally will ask them that question, like, how much do you need to make from this to get that investment right back? And it's like, oh, duh, it's pretty easy now.
Yo, you just gave me some sauce. I'm about to use that on my next call. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, okay, listen, it's only this price. So let's look at your situation real quick. So if it's only this price, how many of these moves do you need to make for you to not only get your investment back, but double your investment, triple your investment? Oh, it's 6. It's 6. So do you think you could do 6 in 4 months?
Oh, I like that.
Can you do 6 in 4 months? Or does that sound like a stretch? Because to me, I think you could do 12 in 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So guys, look, the high ticket selling, this is what is going to change the game for you. It changed the game for me. And I hold 2 real estate licenses as a residential realtor in Massachusetts and California. I've been a Massachusetts realtor since 2014. So that's 8 years. I held my Cali real estate license for 2, and I moved here from Massachusetts. As I started learning more about the digital marketing game, which I started learning when I moved here a little bit more intentionally, last November, I quit real estate. The money too slow. And in LA, the traffic crazy. If Mike was living in LA and he was like, yo, B, I want to buy a crib, bro. You got me? Yes, man. Let's go get it. It would take me 40, 50 minutes to meet Mike at the spot. Then it would take me another 55 to 60 minutes to leave from that spot. What if Mike wants to see 6 houses in a day? And if you guys know anything about showing properties to a client, it's going to take anywhere from 10 to 30 properties before the client picks one that they really like. And then you got to compete with all these other offers to win them out. I might be hanging out with Mike for 6 months. I might not be getting paid for like 8 months. That's one client.
Working hard.
Or you can learn the digital game, the informational game, take whatever knowledge you have in the physical world, right? Can you assimilate that digital? Can you teach people what you know, your hobby, your skill set, right? Something that becomes easy for you. Can you teach people that, package it up, and make it easy for them to get the payoff that they want? And then put a high ticket price tag on that. And then you're like, wait a minute, I did $100K last year. It took me a year. But if I sell 10 of these, I got $100K in a month, 2 months, 3 months. I could take and I'm behind the computer. I'm at home with my daughter. I'm at home with my kids. I'm with my girl. I'm with my homies. I can spend more time with my mom. I can go to Greece.
Brandon, can I ask you this too? Because you know what I know people are thinking right now? Like the mindset is like, but who can I find to pay me 10K? They're probably like, Brandon, people don't have 10K to spend, right? Oh my God, I don't even have 10K. Some people may say that, but that's the question in most folks' mind is, where can I find someone who can pay me 10 grand?
Yeah.
And here's what can help everybody. People have the money, but do they want to give the money to you? Is the question. And when it comes to like, obviously how you guys qualify your leads, because everyone going to be a good fit for 10K? No. You know, people are down in luck, job to job, no job sometimes. So of course that doesn't matter. But what I want you guys to focus on is finding the people who could afford your offer. And here are some simple questions to ask on a call or things to notate. If someone has like a good credit score, we're all entrepreneurs, OPM. Rich people use other people's money. Poor folks use their money. So that's the play. If you see someone has like stable income, or you ask the question of, how much have you set aside to invest into yourself so that you can get to the goal that we just discussed?
Yo, I might have to pay you for the one-on-one real quick, bro. Because I'm good at selling, bro. But you dropping some gems that I feel like could just sharpen me up real quick, bro.
I got you. I've been doing this for a long time.
I feel like I'm pretty good, but I feel like I just need your little Ginsu real quick, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
One piece. So find out if they're qualified or not. And if you find out, okay, they're check box, do they need, a spouse's approval? Because one thing we all hate to hear, gotta talk to my wife, gotta talk to my husband. You're like, God damn, I was on the phone for 40 minutes and now my time is wasted. So once you find out, are you married? Great. Can your spouse hop on the call right now? Like now? Oh, they can't? Let's reschedule. Great. Also finding out like, how bad is the problem? Is this something you want to do in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, next year, or today? And obviously that's our job to push that sense of urgency. But for everyone here who's nervous about the 10K price point, find those 3 things out. Are they financially qualified? Are they the decision maker? And then what's the sense of urgency? If those 3 check out, that deal can be closed today.
100%, man. So I want to first thank you for taking the time out to be on the show. We're a couple minutes behind, but that's all good because you was giving so much value, bro. I didn't want to cut it short. You know what I'm saying? So, how can they tap into you? What you currently offer, programs, services, discovery calls. How can they find you, and what do you offer that can help them?
Absolutely. So, guys, you can follow me at Mike Busby, MBUSBY underscore, my Instagram handle. And what I do is two things. I help online coaches like yourself sharpen your sales pitch so that you can hop on the call, like how we said, and close a deal today for 5 grand. 10 folks pay you 5K, it's 50 grand right there. My goal is to turn you into a machine so you can close all those qualified leads. And basically, if you are interested, I have a link that Brennan can provide. You'll hop on a discovery call with me. I'll see if I can help you. If I can, I got you. We'll make it work. If not, no worries. But click the link that Brennan will give you. Schedule a 15-minute call with me, myself directly, no other team members. And then I'll see how I can get you 50 grand in the next week because you only need 10 people to pay you 5K or 5 folks to pay you 10 people for 5K, to you 50K. And I'll help you get that on the phone call very, very easily.
So look, y'all, that link is going to be below as soon as we are done with this episode. Go to YouTube and get access to the link. If you're watching the replay right now, that link is already available. Make sure you just scroll down in the caption and select that. So, Mike, man, I want to thank you again for, like I said, taking the time to come on the show. It's been an amazing show. Definitely would love to have you back on again, right? That'd be amazing. Because people need to know what's a great way for them to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So before we get out of here, I want to give it up to a sponsor. And who's a sponsor? You guys already know I'm my own sponsor. So what are we talking about here? You're a coach, consultant, or course creator, and you're looking to go to the next level, but you're struggling in your marketing. What you want to do is get clear on your marketing messages, right? So why don't we take your marketing messages and take that information and put it online and help you get to that next level? So all you need to do is join my 4-month mentorship, The Authority Builder. I'm literally going to help you get clear on your marketing and help you make more money. So if you're interested in that and learning more how we do that, click the link below. Apply to join. Like Mike said, we'll get on a call. We'll see if you're a good fit. If you're not, it's all good, but you're going to learn something. And from that call, you better change your situation, just like the Imperfect Action Show. So we'll see you guys on Monday for episode 56. We are getting dangerously close to episode 100. I don't know. It might get crazy.
It is. It's coming.
All right, Mike, man. I'll see you soon, bro. I appreciate you.
Good time, guys. Enjoy that.